Welcome, friends and fellow horse fiends. You've landed on Come Ride With Me, a podcast dedicated to helping you find harmony, joy, and success in your riding. I'm your host, Anna Fox of Equus Enlightened. This pod isn't about training your horse, but about training you to be the best partner for your horse. Listen to find out how I use my intention to direct my ride. You'll hear how I decide what to focus on, what to say yes to, and when to redirect my horse. You'll see how not getting frustrated or overwhelmed is the easiest path to sanity and harmony. So, what are you waiting for? Come ride with me. Hey horse fiends, welcome to another episode of Come Ride With Me. There is a video that goes with this episode, so if you want to head on over to YouTube, you can see it there. I'm on Namaste today, and he's going to demonstrate his ability to carry me around unassisted. This is a great way for you to start letting go of some of that perfectionism and build a stronger partnership with your horse. So we're starting out in the arena. You find a safe place for you. If you can, give your horse all the rein, but use your reins as much as you need to, or use your body as much as you need to. Find a safe way to let your horse explore the passenger. Okay, so Namaste. We're just going to let him walk off, and he will typically stop a few times, ask if we're sure. So, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm going to basically let him go around the arena, but if he's going to make it weird for the camera or something like that, then I'm going to direct him. But I just want to practice being a passenger. One of the things that we underestimate about our horses is how much they actually like having a choice. And of course, Namaste would love to go outside of the ring. There's nice grass out there, but we can't right now, buddy. So I'm just going to say, I need you to stay here, and I am going to allow him to walk and do whatever weirdness he needs to do. And I'm going to sit here and be as passive as I can be. Then this is great because you get to learn patterns, like does your horse like to go check out the gate or check out an area where maybe the other horses are hanging out, or, you know, how do they like to walk on their own? And if they decide to make a circle somewhere or something like that, don't worry about it. It's not your job today. Your job is to follow and maybe even think about how can you predict where your horse is going to go. Now predict, Nami, you can't poke at the camera. Predict where they're going to go without influencing them, right? Unless it's a situation like that. They're going to knock over your tripod or go somewhere that's dangerous. We don't want any of that. But we're going to see what, and it's very interesting, right? Because normally he would not stay focused down here. He'd actually rather go focus at the other end of the arena because there's llamas and other horses on either side. But he knows that my focus is there at the camera. So what is interesting about that? And he's kind of trying to figure it out. Plus the gate is here. But usually he's really more interested in the activities of the animals down here at the far end. And this will also give you a great sense of how your horse carries themselves naturally. And what do you feel? What are you able to feel as a rider? Can I influence my horse just with my body? And if you're not comfortable letting your horse be on a loose rein, discover why that is. Are you worried about a spook? Are you worried about them going too fast? Like, what thing that holds you back? And sort of unpack it, right? So if it's a fear that they'll go too fast, maybe you work on, can I halt with my seat? He's pretty good at that. Can I back up? And if no, pick up my reins a little bit. Yeah, good boy. All right, so play around a little bit, but then allow the horse to go. And if you're really just not comfortable allowing your horse, think about that. Why? Try to feel what is happening underneath you. Because the reason that you're probably worried about things like that is that you often get surprised by them. And so if you can feel what your horse is doing and what they might do, then you'll be less surprised when things like that happen. I mean, obviously, anything can happen with the horse at any time. So if in your regular environment, you're not comfortable allowing your horse to find their own way around, why is that? And so now I'm asking him to trot a bit, and if he stops trotting, I let him stop, but then I ask him again. So what I'm kind of doing is I am now picking the speed, but I'm still allowing him to go wherever. And I'm not a drill sergeant. I don't want to be, you must keep trotting no matter what. I want to feel. I want to be able to feel when he's going to stop. Like, do I know when he's going to slow down? Is there a certain place in the arena? Does he just slow down and I can tell that he's going to do it? You know, there I could feel that he wanted to change direction. Can change direction rather than try and drive him through that change of direction, when today it doesn't matter. So and some of you will have really negative thoughts about doing this, and what's the benefit? It's totally unprofessional of me, right? But especially when you've been dealing with horses and humans of trauma and need to find a better way to be ridden, to be with people, this is an excellent way to give them that opportunity. It is also an excellent opportunity for riders to learn how to feel what's going on underneath them. You know, often we're so worried about orchestrating movement and particularly doing things with our hands that we just don't feel very well what is happening. And comes up and bites us later. If you hear squeaking, it is not Namaste grinding its teeth. It is Namaste saddle. All right, so now he's trotting around pretty freely on his own. Not fast, but that's fine. I'm not asking him to be super forward today, I'm just saying, can we trot around? Can we play a little bit? So now I'm going to see, can I influence him to go somewhere? He's a little not sure he wants to go where I want him to go. That's okay. We can deal with that. Let's see. Go. Yeah. And this is a great exercise to see, is it actually just harder for your horse to follow your lead in one direction over the other? And then you can ponder, is that because of something that you do? Or is it because it's harder for your horse in that direction? Could be any number of things. And if you video yourself, sometimes you can tell by watching the video that you just don't move as well in one direction. You don't do something as well in one direction as you do in the other. Same thing with the horses, but it's just as important to know our own flaws when we're riding as it is to know the horses or what the horses are going to do. And I really think that by just giving your horse freedom and letting them go around, and you sort of being the passenger, letting them discover, that you're going to learn a lot about your horse. And yeah, if you're not comfortable enough to do it at all, you can always enlist the help of a friend, and have them either on the lunge or even just hand walking. You don't even have to trot. They could just walk the horse around. And if you wanted to try it in a different setting, go out in the pasture and do it with your friend walking, or if you have a nice field to ride in, let your friend lead them there. And that way you can feel what it's like on uneven terrain. You can feel all of these things. This is great stuff for riders to learn that a lot are not learning because they're spending way too much time in the arena. And the same is true for the horses. Horses need to be able to adjust to different types of terrain, different footings. If they do lose their footing or whatever, we want them to be able to come back quickly and recover rather than completely losing their balance. So having confidence in your horse's ability to do that is very, very important. And if you just feel like my horse is way too frazzled to do any of this, this is not going to work, they're just a ball of nerves all the time, then we need to unpack why. Why is your horse a ball of nerves, and why can't they do something as simple as just walk around on a loose rein? And there could be many reasons for it, right? Could be emotional, could be physical, many, many reasons. So don't be discouraged if they can't do it right now. It's likely that there's some sort of something stopping them from doing it right now. And if you just give them a little time, make sure that they are living the most species appropriate life that they can in your surroundings, and getting them to just be more relaxed with you riding. Maybe if they have the feeling that someone's not going to direct their every movement, they will be a little less nervous. And I'm happy to talk about experimentations that I've done and how I've gotten horses to be calmer if that's what you need. We can also talk about building energy if that's what you need. Most people don't want to build energy so much when they're doing these passenger type rides, sack of potatoes rides, whatever you want to call them. But if you do have a horse that just doesn't like to go, shoot me a message and we could play with that too. So one more step to letting go of your perfectionism. Enjoy this experiment. Happy riding. Good boy, Nami. I'd love to hear what you noticed in your horse and in yourself. Snap a photo or video of your weekly experiment, tag me at Equus Enlightened, or DM me your story. I promise I'll celebrate your messy magic. And hey, if you want to go deeper into letting go of perfectionism and finally riding with ease, confidence, and clarity, come check out my clinic series, Letting Go of Perfectionism. Doors are open, and I'd love to ride this wave with you. Until next time, be kind to your horse and yourself. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Come Ride With Me. My goal is to demonstrate to riders that we don't have to do something every second of a ride. We don't have to do things a certain way or at a certain time. Just staying present with your horse and gathering non-judgmental information about how they are going is way more beneficial than overthinking and overworking. If you'd like to learn more about what I do at Equus Enlightened, you can find me at equisenlightened.net or on patreon.com/Equus Enlightened. You can also find me on social media as Equus Enlightened. I will put all the links in the show notes. And until next time, happy riding. Oh, before you go, please remember to rate, review, and share this pod so others can find it. I would love constructive criticism, but like my mom used to say, if you don't have anything really nice to say, there's no need to say it. Just ride on, my friends. Have a great week.